this incident happened, this unfortunate incident happened, can you tell us what you were doing and how you came into contact with this whole, or how this whole incident happened? What were you doing before then?
Okay. Before the incident happened, it happens where I work, actually. I work in a school as a beza in the school. You see, I run the school accounts for the headmistress.
Okay, so can you now tell us the events leading to your arrest and your subsequent prosecution?
Yeah, it was one, I think November. That was November, if I can recall, somewhere November 2012.
2012, okay.
Yeah. I was at my office when the victim came with the mother at the school. They came to my office actually to ask of the headmistress because she was not in her office. So when they came, I told her, oh, you should go to the office and check if she. And she says she has already been there. So and I said, okay, then you should wait. I should check his room because the mistress also live in the school. So, yeah.
Okay, the house of the mistress resides in the school.
Yeah, he resides in the school. Yeah. So I went to knock her door and she responded. And I said, oh, her parent is looking for her. But at that time too, I didn't know what the problem was. I thought maybe during time there was school fees issue. So I thought maybe she is coming to plead on behalf of the daughter or something like that. So after calling the woman, the mistress for her, I later went back to my office to continue my daily activities as it is. So the day went by, they talked. I realized that later they were calling some teachers. The head teacher, he came, and later they called for Nash.
Who is Nash?
That is a class 2 teacher. He was teaching at the school there, yeah. He was called, but I didn't know what was going on, so actually I didn't know the conversation actually. Yeah. So it was on and on, and I'll see she goes and they will come another time. And to the shocking news of my life, I was called by the mistress.
Was it on that same day?
It was not on the same day.
Okay.
They come and go, so me, I didn't know what was going on. As I said, so one day they came and I don't know. They came with the girl, the victim actually, and the mother. So that following day, the nurse did not come to school, did not report.
Okay.
From there,
okay.
He stopped coming to school.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I have to come and wait. Maybe I don't have any problem with that. So later when they called me and the mistress said, this is what has come. And I said, what is it? In the first place, when he called, the mistress called us, there was this one supervisor who normally come to the school. So he called us one by one to the mistress hall.
Okay.
To investigate one or two things. So I went and he talked that, do I know anything about the girl? Like, do I have a name?
So you were called separately?
Yes.
Okay.
After the incident. When my name has been mentioned.
Okay.
After my name has been mentioned. That is where the supervisor also went. And so the supervisor said, oh, there is something that the girl is not saying. There is some truth that the girl is not saying. So when the very first day when I came, my name was mentioned. When I came, the mother was very angry. He hold me, was calling all kinds of name and tour and some other name. He would show me, and I said, oh, what have I done for you to be calling all these things on me? okay, I don't have any problem. You should go ahead with whatever she wants to do. So there, and the mistress asked the girl, "Now what did she say?" There she started crying. She couldn't say anything. I said, ah. So after the incident, I still come to my school as it is.
But now she stopped coming to school.
Now stopped coming to school. After the incident, I said, okay, I have nothing doing with the girl, so I have to still report as a normal this, because if I also go, they might think maybe I have a name. So I also went to the school, and I was there one day at my office as it is. Either it was Monday or some days, because it was 7th November 2012 when the police people came there. It was one policeman and the investigator. I think Ransford, that is what I can record for now. He came to my office, and he came to tell me that I asked my name. Am I the Chumisi? And I said yes. And he said, I'm needed at the ministries. That is a DOPSU.
Okay.
Yeah, for some questionings. And I said, I don't have any problem with them. So that very day, it was in the morning, I went with them. And immediately we get to the station. They took me to the up there, thinking maybe they will come to ask and I will know what to do. I was there, nobody was coming. The last thing I saw was I've been locked up in the cell. And I said, for what?
Did they tell you why you've been locked up?
And he said I've been accused of defiling a girl. And I said, me. Okay. So I was there, and the investigator, I was there the next day. I slept in the cell. The next day, they came for me. I think I slept like 2 days before they wrote my statement. And with my statement, I said, I'm not guilty of what the allegation they are putting on me. So from there, they took me to court, and the court reminded us.
Now, before you even got to court, was there a setting where you had an interaction with the girl, the mother, at the police station?
Like I said, the mother, after that time, I didn't know anything until
you go to the police station.
I went to the court.
Okay.
And realized that the girl was even 5 months pregnant. That is somewhere, if you could check, right, it would be somewhere from June coming.
June, yeah.
So right from October, the girl was pregnant. And that time, school would be even on vacation. At that time, somewhere October, the school would be on vacation. If I can record very well. So we went, and the mother couldn't see pregnancy. And school resumed September. I think August, September, October. Yeah. So let's say the pregnancy was there and we vacated. We resumed on September.
Yeah.
And they made the test, the pregnancy test, on November 1st. So which means the pregnancy was somewhere 5 months old. So after the cause for my arrested, they did not do any test on me. No test was carried on me.
They didn't take
anything from me. I was just arrested to the Dopsu Ministries police station, and I was from that very day, I couldn't come house till date.
Okay. So when you got to court and you were formally charged, what happened? Did you have a lawyer? Did you get a lawyer?
Yeah, I was having a lawyer, and I think the very first day the lawyer wasn't around, so I was the one who went first, and they asked me, "Am I guilty to the case?" And I said, "I'm not guilty." So now I have to start looking for a lawyer who can take me through. So I got one for myself, but during the trials, they still convicted me as it is, 10 years.
But even before that, what were the issues that came out during the trial? When
Yeah.
did you well? So for instance, you the prosecution presented its case,
Yes.
and I'm coming. The prosecution presented its case. They also gave you an opportunity
Exactly.
to ask.
Exactly.
Exactly. What were the issues that came up, especially with? Did you have? Was there anything?
Yeah. First of all, I think the complainant is the woman, the mother of the child. So he has to make her own.
Yeah.
How do you call it?
So make your own evidence. Give
Evidence. Yes. First, what he knows about the case, and right from where the mother was talking, it was the same Nash name popping out from the mother's mouth. There is nowhere my name is in. You understand? And during the cross-examination, to the prosecutor asking me questions, I also said no to all the questions that he gave me.
Yeah. Wait, before you even continue. So it means Nash was never found.
Nash absconded the day he was told that this is what he has done.
Okay.
He never showed up again. Till date, I've never seen Nash again.
So continue from where you said the prosecutor.
Yeah, and the prosecutor asked me questions. The only questions I said yes was my name and where I work. But me sleeping with the girl, I said no. Me knowing the girl or taking the girl to my house too, I said no. And I did an audio recording.
I mean, as the trial was
The
going
trial was, there was an audio recording as well. So after when the trial couldn't go well for me and I was convicted.
You come to that.
Yeah.
So finally, that was at the circuit court.
At the circuit court, yeah.
So after the defense you put up, after the prosecution case, the court convicted you.
Convicted me for 10 years.
How was it on that day? How did you feel?
It was too hard for me, but I don't know what to do because the law has already catch up with me, so I have no way to force myself. So I have to comply with it. Because I know I have some other procedures to do, so I have to just comply with it.
All this time, you were not granted bail?
No.
So you
at that time there was no billable offense.
It
was after, and I think we have one Mr. Pebu's case who sent it to the yes. Because we normally listen to news.
So it means at that time, defilement was a non-billable offense. So
exactly, and some other cases.
Cases. Okay. So that means from the time you were...
From the time to the trials was about... I was at the custody for remand for, I think, somewhere 6 to 8 months or something like that. And... after the trial also, it was added up to 1 year, I think 3 months or 4 months before my conviction.
So it means that from the time that you were taken to the military police station,
I can say from the day they arrested me.
The day you were arrested.
So now it's 7 years and over now. Yeah.
So now the trial was over. The circuit court has convicted you, has sentenced you to 10 years.
Yes.
What did you do from there?
I didn't do anything.
I mean, in terms of appeal, you want to...
Yes, I tried to appeal over it because I can see some injustice somewhere, so I should try on an appeal. So during my proceedings process, I was told that the cassette that I made my recording was crashed. And I said, then if it is, then how am I going to get my proceedings back?
Okay, so I'm coming up. So it means that when you decided to go on appeal,
yeah,
you need to carry the records from the circuit court
to the high court.
And when you went for it, they said that where the cassette that was used for the audio recorder was crashed.
Was crashed, so they have to now type them for me, which I also have to go through the procedures, and they were typed for me. But later, when the proceedings came, I myself got the opportunity.
You get to that point.
Yeah.
So you carried the records of appeal.
Yeah.
Then you went to the high court. So
exactly.
What happened at the high court?
At the high court, in the process, that one too, I was having a lawyer as well. And I was at the prison when the lawyer would go to the court for me to stand in for me. So I wasn't coming. Actually, they didn't bring me there. So it was my brother and the lawyer. So what went on, I don't know how it is. But all what I could say is that my brother told me the judge has enhanced
your prison sentence.
Yes.
So you were.
And I said, wow, it put me very down actually.
So you were first sentenced to 10 years.
10 years.
Circuit court.
Yes.
Then the high court enhanced it to how many years?
To 15 years.
15 years. What was the reason? When your brother told you, what was the reason that he said the court?
And I said, what is it? I don't know what is wrong, but because I said no to everybody. He said there are some 2 questions that he said. I said yes, and I said no.
So you gave out to that.
I don't have such things. No.
Okay. So after that, you still decided.
I can say that they have extorted some.
Yeah.
Something out of my proceedings. That is why I couldn't went through.
Okay.
At the end, I think the high court judge also couldn't look at it well for me, because he couldn't do more investigation over that.
So now you were fighting over a 10-year sentence. It has now been increased to 15 years.
To 15 years.
So what did you do next?
I was totally down, depressed, and don't even know what to do. Even some of my inmates didn't know. Now they didn't know the actual sentence that I'm taking, because I can't tell them. Well, from 10 years to 15 years. Wow. So I kept it for myself, and I keep on praying to God that maybe someday I know He will listen to me.
Okay, before we come to the appeal that you did at the Court of Appeal.
Yeah.
For you believe that you were innocent. You knew that you never did what.
From day one. From day one.
How was it like? I mean, the prison life.
It wasn't easy. You see, at times when we are there, some of us shares our testimonies like as it is. Some people does, some people doesn't do. They have similar cases like mine. Somebody will just be walking around and they will just arrest the person unlawful. A whole kind of. So we normally talks about our. And we share, we give ourselves confidence, and also how to go about it.
But psychologically, how did it impact you? Being in prison for something that you didn't do? Or can you just shed more light on your prison experience with us?
It's not easy anyway, because even if you look at the kind of food we eat, it's not easy. Even animals will never eat our food. But that is what you are compelled to eat.
Did you have family visiting you?
You have family visiting you, but when it gets to a point in time, it will be hard for them. And moreover, you have a kid that you left.
Oh, okay. At that time,
yes.
How old was your kid?
She was 2 months, 1 week when I was arrested.
That must have been hard for you.
Yeah. So it wasn't easy anyway. Not hearing from your daughter, it wasn't easy.
Okay, so your appeal at the High Court wasn't successful.
Exactly.
So did you change lawyers? What happened? How did the legal aid came in? How did the
Yes,
legal aid come in
I was
to
there.
cover
You
your
see,
case?
always, like I said, after I heard that from my brother, I couldn't sleep. I kept on praying that God should see me through. So I got one lawyer whom I even gave him 500 cedis to even squeeze myself. I have even money to get that money is even God, not the legal aid.
No,
There was another lawyer that I gave 500 to him to study my case before he goes through. But when he got the thing, he said, "Oh, okay, he can go through." I see that he starts filing. It's not going. I'm not hearing anything. He's not telling me anything. So actually, I'm there thinking what to do. And I have one inmate who also was appealing.
Okay.
And the lawyer that he was using happens to be Rashid Sani. Yeah. So I told him that, to be frank, I still want to appeal. I didn't tell him I have been enhanced,
Yeah,
but I only told him that I still needed a lawyer to go further and see. So he said, okay, then he can call his lawyer because he's a human rights lawyer and it wouldn't be anything. Yeah. So he contacted him, and later my friend told me, oh, he said he wanted to see my proceedings first. So I sent somebody to handle my proceedings without even telling my family. Now my families don't even know now that I'm doing anything. So now it's a friend that I sent to the lawyer, the legal aid, Rashid Sani. So after he studied my proceeding, and he said, no, I have a good case. So he's going to fight for me.
Okay.
When he said that, I was happy, but being at that place, because I went first, second, so I was only praying to God that everything works as it is. And to be honest, the lawyer did not discourage me one bit. He always encouraged me. He feels something within him that I can go home. And I said amen. I said I should keep on praying, because he just feels like.
Yeah. So now you went to the Court of Appeal?
Yeah, we went. So we started, and we went through. During the process, Rashid Sani also became sick.
Oh, okay.
So he has to go for medical treatment. So our appeal delayed.
Okay.
And if not called, but they can even cancel or dismiss the appeal.
For that delay?
Yeah. But he instructed me that I shouldn't worry. He will write a letter attached to some files or documents, then give it to one of the legal aids lawyers to assist me. Yeah. So that very day, I went to court, and the lawyer also came, and he presented what he was given to, and behold, they granted it.
Now, we will come to the substance of what the Court of Appeal said, because I worked on the story and I have a bit of knowledge of what they said. Now, they said there were a bit of inconsistencies.
Yes.
During the trial, that what the girl said as to when your name actually came up as a suspect.
Yes.
So, what do you have to say about that?
These were the things I was waiting for when I was at the circuit court, but those ingredients couldn't come out, because one, when the girl was, they reported the matter. According to what I see from the proceedings, the matter was reported to the mother by her one grown daughter.
The sister.
The girl's sister. That she has seen a little changes on the girl. That is where the woman took the girl to clinic to test what is it, and they later found out that she was pregnant. So they tried to ask her at the hospital, and she mentioned the nurse name at the hospital. Now, the mother too was saying that the mother too was saying that the girl told her mother and the father that it was Nash and I. Now the victim also said it was the sister who. So like there are a whole lot of inconsistencies, as you said. There are a whole lot of some things are not coming. It's like everybody is on a separate way, and even they called for a witness, and the witness happens to be the headmistress. Okay. And he also came with a different direction. So it's like we are not seeing the truth somewhere.
Now, one very important question: the part where it was like your evidence was distorted, where the cassettes.
Yeah.
Can you share more light on that?
Like I said, after they said the cassette has been crashed, and I told it, I asked them, so what are we going to do, or what am I going to do to get my proceedings? And they said they have to do a typing, and I said okay, they should go through. So I think that is where some of the words were started from it.
But why do you think they would do that?
That is what I don't know. I don't know whether the complainant has a way or he has anything with the prosecutor to just do it. I can't just tell where the thing is coming from or whether it is a typing mistake. No, I don't know where the inconsistency is coming from actually.
So now, by God's grace, you've been acquitted, you've been discharged.
Exactly.
What was the feeling now? Now, what do you plan to do?
Plan to do something. I'm ever ready, but where are you going to get that opportunity? Because now they know where you are coming from, and looking for a work won't be easy for you actually.
It means it had a lot of impact on your life.
Exactly. As at now, as I'm talking with you, it's not easy for me to cope because now I'm back. I have to take care of my girl, my daughter. How am I going to take care of her? Even getting a roof for myself, I don't have it right now. I'm with a friend. And I can't stay there, so I have to live there because he also has his private. I have to give his privacy. And actually, me myself, I need my privacy because looking at where I've been, I need to be alone to regain myself. Just to see, I have to run so many tests actually, like lab tests and those kind of hospital, yeah. But where is the money going through? So if I'm suffering from any illness, how would I know?
Do you plan on seeking for compensation?
Actually, yes. But for now, I can't say much about it because everything is in the hands of the lawyer. Yeah.
So now that's one final question. What's your general view about Ghana's criminal justice system?
Yes.
The way from the way you were arrested to the trial, but you also have to understand that it was the same system that acquitted you. So
yeah, exactly.
Your view about it.
Yeah, it is true. But I'll start from the investigators. They are not helping at all. That is what I would say. Because if everything will start, it will start from the investigator. You came to arrest me for questioning. That is what you made me understood. I got there, now you charge me of defiling a girl. What is next?
You have to investigate.
You have to investigate. You can even go back to the school there are children in the school. And if this man is known to be like this, definitely, if it is not one person, it should go to another person as well. So you could have even go back to the school just to interrogate the children. How do you see this man? How does he relate with you people? Does he, you see, there are form of investigations. Okay, fine, you couldn't do that. I was arrested. I need to. It is a defilement issue. And when it comes to sex, definitely, when they do a test, if you have any contact with any woman and they do a test, definitely they have to see something out. I don't know much about it, but the little that I know, that they have to know something about it. They didn't do that for me. See, so the investigators too, they are not helping. And if the complainant comes and say, oh, right now, as I'm sitting here right now, if my daughter is here, and I told my daughter, oh, this is what I'm telling you. If you go to here and say that this man has touched you, she's my daughter, she will listen to me. She will listen to me. If she goes, she says, oh, this man has done that. But meanwhile, too, it's not true. You understand? So there are some petty things, like I said, you have to go back to my area, even the place I stay, the way how I do my things. So you get to know some ingredients just to add to your information. But some things were not done.
Now, final question. Will you say that you're forgiving a system that's destined to you? Because they took away almost 8 years of your life. Have you forgiven the system, or you still have some pain in you?
Well, exactly. The pain is still there, because for now, as I said, I don't have roof over my head. Mm-hmm. So how can I be happy with this? I'm still. It's not easy for me. I just wish you know what is inside me. It's not easy to forget about somebody. Is it right now? Everybody around me, I don't believe anybody anymore. Okay. That is why I need to be on my own.
You become very skeptical.
Yeah. Because when you come closer to me, I feel you're coming to give me a problem. Okay. So I even suspect everybody around me. But it's not as if I'm crazy or something like that. But I just feel that is experience. Yes, that is the experience because if someone could lie on you for you to be somewhere for those years, so how can, if I see a human being, I can come closer to you? I can't.